charms. Michigan Rose Show. Michigan Rose Show. Fun grown doing big ass grows. Red Southern Farms also got the flame. Michigan Rose grows folks. Just wanna grow something to smoke. Michigan Rose Show. Michigan Rose Show. Michigan Rose Show. Michigan Rose Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show Live, everybody. I couldn't disturb that classic sound of the gurgling bong from Spartan Grown. What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday night. It's time for the show.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you
Victor,
all.
you antisocial? You can't say hi? You just gonna just be quiet up there? Damn, I'm getting all misty out now.
Yeah.
Foggy.
You must be smoking too much. Just fucking up your camera. I'm
Right on, man.
impressed, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
You know, if you look at the clear camera of Miss Terra Nation, you will see the ubiquitous Vivison grow tent behind her.
Let's just appreciate the clear camera of Terra Nation, which means clear cell or clear signal.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Right. Some new changes to the background here.
Hell yeah.
Really excited. We've made some changes, some life changes, and we left the north. So we decided to take to and we are back to growing again. So in the tent behind me, I busted out a brand new tent for 2 beautiful flowers that are getting ready to flip as soon as I hit the light. So yeah, super excited.
It's got to feel good just to be able to turn around and have some plants that you're growing, you know, your own way without having to listen to somebody else.
Hey,
Yeah.
me and fucking Baked Rafter in the pre-show, like, pop new shit.
Yes,
Pop
I'm
new
very,
shit.
very thankful. Dankman Dan sent me home with 2
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous plants ready to go to get us started. So we've got something to keep us going for a little bit. And I've got so many flipping seeds to pop that are going to be busting soon. So we're looking like, I think we're going to shoot for December 7th around that area because that's when the next full moon is. So.
Oh, moon popper, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're a
Yeah.
moon popper. You and
I-
Red hang out.
I am a moon popper, and but we have cleaning to do, so that's really, really important to me to get everything tip top shape and have it ready to go. And so I want to take the next couple weeks to clean everything and get it nice and pristine and ready for these great seeds. And plus, it'll be a little bit before they need to go in the tents anyway. So
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
yeah. So we're super stoked, excited to be doing some different job wise. I went ahead and left Freedom Green and decided to start working, took a job with Team Yeti. And I will be doing a part of his new team that he's put together. And so I'm super excited to be doing that stuff too. So lots of new things changing for me.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for you. I think this is
excited.
going to be an amazing opportunity and change for you.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm
At least you know you're working for somebody who's cool, right? Not like
yeah, my gosh, he's so freaking cool. I mean, who couldn't ask for a better person to work for? And so many things I'm going to get to learn on that aspect of that side of cannabis. So I'm really, really excited about that. And but mainly, I can't wait to be able to grow my own plants again. I just needed that so bad. And even just to have the 2 plants right now to be able to work with, and I've moved them all around the house all day today, farting around with them. Just, nice to be able to have something of your own again. And
Well, and
Yeah.
to get the jump start on that, you know what I mean? Where you've got teens and stuff ready to flower. You guys
so
can
fortunate to
go
Dan
right.
for helping me out.
Tara's looking forward to leaf stripping. That's what she wants to do. Like, she just wants to get in there and start leaf stripping her own plants.
Yeah.
When you
Well,
watch the
plants.
intro to the show and you see how happy she's just sitting there, Indian style, cross-legged on the floor, just plucking leaves and smiling, and
Oh,
you
those
know,
were
it's
the
like
days.
so many times that's how we would find you. You go to the greenhouse,
Can't
and
wait to
there's
get back
Tara's
to that.
already there, the car's parked, and then they're stripping down.
Kind of a
Yeah.
zen moment sometimes in the
Strip it
garden.
down.
Sitting there
Stripping
ripping
plants
fucking
down.
leaves.
Yeah, that's one thing that's always been very, very peaceful. And yeah, I really enjoy that most of all.
I can tell. I can tell. I've watched you do it at the greenhouse before you did it professionally.
Oh, I
So-
know. That's another thing. Like Dan and I were talking, and we were trying to put our head around possibly how many plants I've touched in the year and a half that I worked at Freedom Green. And with our licenses that we held, it comes close to possibly 22,000 plants I possibly touched.
Oh my God, that's
and
crazy.
that's not even that's kind of rough. I mean, that's not even all the clones that were cut, and
Yeah.
that we didn't even keep. And so yeah, it's definitely was an amazing job. I was very fortunate to have it. I'm very thankful. I learned so much. I wouldn't be where I am right now without all the things that I've learned. And I had a great time, and I am super gonna really miss my family there. My coworkers were phenomenal, and I had such a great team to work with, and very, very thankful. And Dave Man Dan, that 420 wife, I'm really gonna miss them guys. And May and Dave, gosh, one of the guys, he'd go to the gas station and he'd see donuts and think of me because I'm always so hungry. And he's like, who am I gonna buy a donut for now? And I'm like, oh.
Because I
That's
want
always
one.
the case, though. Every job I've ever had, that's always the case. I miss the people more than I miss the job, honestly. Every place I left.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. You can walk away. You've got more skills now than you did before. It's a positive experience. It's not like you any kind of a failure in any way. You're just, you know what I'm
No.
saying? It's something
No,
you
if
can pick up
anything,
and walk away with a
it was, there's no housing up there.
Right.
I could not. For one, I don't think our camper could have made it another winter. It was already starting to have trouble. We were tinkering with that, and something was leaking, and then this, and then that. So I honestly don't think the camper would have made it. And I've just been stubborn, and and
I mean, when did I start talking to you about this, Tara, that you needed to start thinking about coming back down south before it gets cold and you guys
In a
are
few
fucked
months.
again like last time, man?
It fucking came quick this year. It did not. It was 70 degrees one week. The next week, there's blowing snow and ice, and it's like it did not fuck around.
No, it didn't. It was terrible driving down yesterday, and I've never had to drive in conditions like that before. I mean, to the point where I'm not even joking. You couldn't see it all. I was like panicked, and then I'm literally driving down the rumble strip just to know where I was at.
Oh no.
Sense of direction. Literally, I called Troy and I was like, I can't see. And he's like, I can't either. Find the rumble strip. So that's what I did.
Wow.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
made
made
it.
it.
Mother
Yeah.
Look at Buffalo. Good Lord. Whew.
Yeah, they're creeping up on 6 feet of snow, man. That's fucking
nuts.
crazy, dude.
That is, God bless them. That is insanity. 6
Be
feet of
safe.
snow.
So Tara, how are you gonna grow there? Are you gonna do cocoa? What are you gonna do there? Have you decided any of that?
Okay, so I brought back a little. We already had some cocoa here, but I brought back some other type of soils and that type. I don't know. The 2 plants right now that I've got are in cocoa. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll finish them in cocoa just because that's what Dan had them in. But I probably am gonna be a little soil based situation. I don't know if we're gonna do it anymore.
Some organics.
Yeah, definitely. I think
A
that's
sip container.
Right on, right on.
Oh,
Oh, there he goes. He's trying to push that sips container. You got her halfway
Hi,
there,
my
bro.
name's,
Get her
my
all the
name's
way,
Martin.
man.
I'm here at your front door to tell you about city pickers.
I'm
Yeah.
here to
Hey,
tell
I
you
got-
city
I
pickers.
I got a light hookup and I got
Do
a
you
bug
have a
hookup
4x4? Because 4 of these will fit in that perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited to try some new stuff because that was the other thing, right before, everything, we were still just experimenting. So I've got lots more of stuff that I want to do and try and figure out what is my little, my niche.
Hell yeah. Maybe get a little tissue culture going.
I loved that. That was so fun. I mean, that was like being able to pull on my medical side.
You're talking like it's gone. What do you mean? You can still do that.
No. I mean, I can still definitely. Oh my god, I can definitely do that all day long. But I obviously I'm not doing it for a big old place. But yeah, I learned exactly what to do, and hopefully maybe I can carry on doing it someplace else. I don't know.
You never give yourself enough credit,
Do it.
Tara. You always sell yourself
You should
short.
attend just like you have behind you. That's your clean room. That's your clean room. You keep your fridge in there and everything, and then you
Oh
can
yeah, I
just
could
practice
definitely
it right in your own house, and you can do it.
definitely. Yeah, because I mean, we were using just a a canning pot to as our pressure cooker to sterilize everything, and so I know how to do that. So everything that I learned doing tissue culture, I could definitely do at home and on a smaller.
And you can grow a mother plant, and one mother plant gives you endless amounts of fucking plant material to fuck around with. Try to get it right.
Oh my gosh, because when you think about it, how much you just cut a clone and you can get like 12 tissue cultures or sometimes even more off of just that one clone. It's just amazing.
Wow. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, it's
taken off too. So like you could be like a library for people or whatever. I saw, Athena's got their thing coming out. Some home kit or something, do it yourself kit. But everyone's, using tissue culture, trying to make a way to use it. So that'd be really neat to see you do something with that.
Yeah, I would really like to continue doing that. That was super fun, and I had a really good time doing that.
That's awesome that you got to learn all that before you left too.
That
was like, you know what? That was like karma. All of that happening at the same, like you learning all that is going to be somewhere down the road. That's going to be like really beneficial for you.
I really feel like it's going to, because I mean, there is a reason why I learned that at the time, and when it was happening at work, and I was lucky enough that Drew let me come in and work those 2 days with that situation. It was so fun, and I learned so much. So super thankful for that and that opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be some really, really good knowledge that you learn that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just all the stuff that I learned from Rachel, oh my gosh, she blew my mind with a lot of things. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot. That was really super cool. She's got a lot to teach people.
You know what, Baked? I think we might have room for an extra refrigerator in that hash room we're going to build out. We'll just have to get our good buddy Tara to come out. All our shit and stick in the fridge for us.
Yep.
Tissue culture you want to keep around forever.
So Tara, we're talking about all this cool shit, but we kind of, when we were talking about Sequence and Painted Ladies Garden and how they were deciding what genetics they were going to run, how are you and Nuttree going to figure out what you're? Can you hold up those 3 containers that you blew our minds with before we started?
Oh,
Check this out, guys.
So I'm gonna start off with this because
you're gonna go small first. Okay, work up to it.
It just came in the mail.
Can we
the north. Literally just came in the mail, and I'm maybe the very last one of the Cowboy Yeti from ABC Co. And
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I am super stoked. And you open this bad boy up and look at this.
Yep.
I love it. And then you like move this stuff here, and then you get the surprise of a lifetime, and you've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Neat.
Love it. Love it. So super cool. So yeah, Cowboy Yeti is Platinum Cake and Mr. Nasty, which I absolutely love Mr. Nasty. But then my big dog that I always carry around is this.
Yeah, man.
This is my carrying case.
Yeah.
And it might look small, but there is a ton crammed in here. I have got
ton of what, Tara?
Yeah, you got to show some shit off. You can't just parade it out and then turn away. That's just
Tara's
being
genetics. That's Tara's genetic vault.
You know what, man? That's like flicking the bean, but not showing off the goods, man.
Yeah, that's her seeds. She's
Flicking the bean, but not showing off the goods. What? Explain that to me.
I don't know.
Beans,
what
man.
that means.
Oh, you just got started.
I just had a weird image in my head. I just wanted it explained. That's all.
When anybody says bean, I think of the dog.
Okay, what do you got there? What's the first one?
These are the Manico seeds, the Chem cookies. These are going to be number 1.
Those are number 1.
Number 1 pop right there.
What are you looking for in that?
I'm looking for GMO.
Looking for GMO.
Nice.
Always looking for GMO. Always, always, always. That, and I am all about the Chem right now. So between those 2, that's like my passion right now. And then, I'm going to obviously pop these Cowboy Yetis. That's going with that. I think I'm going to do the Altered Beast. Where are you at, Altered Beast? And that's
what's the cross on that? Do you remember?
I'm trying to find it. It's unicorn poop and where are you? Not in there? Okay.
She's got to dig through seeds to find
Are
it.
any of them femmes? Or are you going?
Oh,
These are, I know. AB is gonna be regular, so you're gonna have
a majority of these are femmes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a lot that are femmes.
Yeah, but the ones you picked.
Ew.
Well, I guess Chem Cookies is.
Oh my gosh, I've got these Trichome Heavy, Michigan Modified. That's GMO and Donatello Kush. Woo. Let's see. Oh, got Sticky Runts from Meg Grower.
Oh yeah, you got that big box.
You want
yeah, love that big box. And that I got Primal Punch, I got Sticky Runts, I got a Clem Crush. So let's hold on, here's my other one.
Oh, Pure Breeding.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kyle.
What did you get from him in there?
Is that the rock candy? New England rock candy?
This is not the one I've been broke.
I think I've got the rock candy. I think I've got 2 seeds of that.
This is the rock candy. Hold on, New England Hazy Kush, and that's a pairing of it. So,
okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm waiting. He just came back out with that New England rock.
He's just come out. His shout out to Kyle. His website, I think it's just purebreeding.com. He's got a lot like the old. He's got so a lot of people just donated him a bunch of this old stuff. So if you're looking for that kind of gear, check out his website.
Yeah, and he's been at it for a while.
I mean, I've got.
He's been collabing with a lot of people too.
From Caribou Heart, shout out Caribou Heart. Appreciate you. Look at all these. I mean,
look at all those. Wow.
Yeah.
So I've got
right there.
Violator crossed with Chem and Afghani. Let's see what else we got.
You're looking for Chem and GMO. So that's where I would start if I were you. Anything that has those.
That's a cool little.
From Kazoo.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look ass. These are regs. Super excited about that one. Oh, shout out Tommy. Where are those at? I see them.
Trichomes.
Yeah, I got some of the
Skunk Bow.
This is definitely up to in the running for It's gonna be so stinking hard.
Yeah.
Then I've got
it is hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is no in the future. You gotta do it. Yeah,
This
pick.
is a good one too.
What's that?
This is from Lunch Money, and it's garlic icing crossed with meat bread.
Ooh,
that
meat
holds
bread.
promise right there.
And then I've got garlic icing F2s from Fresh Seed Co.
Ooh, that's a good
Where's
one.
that Ultra Beast at? You're just hiding in here.
I know you got a bunch of GMO crosses.
Yes, I do.
So I would look through those.
Yeah, I gotta find.
It sounded like every one was about a GMO cross.
Ooh,
You know where her heart lies.
Rambo cookies too. Shout out Tommy. Oh my goodness, I have so
With
much.
the Funkadunk.
And how many are you going by that you're not reading off?
Wait. Oh no, that was classic. Roots.
Yeah, show that off a
I was
little
gonna
bit more.
say
to lid
that's
off,
just
please.
one layer. That's one layer.
Yeah.
Right.
One layer.
What are you doing? Are you taking your socks off and throwing them around your house right now? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
my fucking feet got hot, so I threw them over there. I'll get them
Okay.
later. I didn't think you could see that.
Coming back.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck is he
Nobody
throwing?
else can see that. It's just us.
my feet are free now, and it feels great.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got so much. I'm so thankful. A lot of these.
What's in the next one? What's in the next box, Tara?
Oh, the next box.
What's in the box?
Then
The
this
next
one
box.
has got all of my Caribou Heart ones in it. Oh, and then Silver Squirrel Farms. I got all those.
There you
Oh
go.
goodness, what do I got here?
Those are some all
Don't
classic
be throwing them all on
90s
the
shit.
floor, Tara.
Ham's bread.
I kind of
Yeah,
want you to
that's-
pop that
Ooh, that lamb's bread one would be cool.
Yeah.
that slushy one because it's
Oh, I know.
dense, too.
Where's that
From
at?
Raw Genetics.
One from Raw.
That was a tip from Skillbot. I remember
Oh,
he
dude.
first it was like, I
Yeah,
like
man.
Raw, and I was like, Raw. Looked him
Yeah.
up, got a pack.
Raw
They had
novelty,
some
man.
stanky fucking strains.
Okay, so Tara, how are you going to narrow this down?
I don't even know.
That's why I
So
was
you
telling
have,
her
like,
she's gonna have to start with
3
like
boxes.
I
yeah.
don't. I see. That's the hardest part because I've got to be fair to Nut Tree too, and I have to include him in this, so I can't be all about my likes.
So you
Well,
pick one, then he
You
picks
guys,
the
you
next.
guys
Dollar.
sell house?
We've got a lot of tents to work
Oh,
with.
there you go.
We've got plenty of room to do that with. That's wonderful, but his
Okay,
taste
so
is a little different than mine, and so it'll
that's
be.
what I was just going to say. Can you
Oh,
make a
what?
terp list? Like say, okay, what's your favorite terp? Go.
It's a great
And
idea.
then you say garlic. And then he says gas. And then
Probably,
so
Tara, what
There's
you do?
quite a big difference between my taste and his. So
oh,
Okay.
Where's
So-
he at? I want to hear this.
yeah, I wanna
Yeah,
hear it too.
where the fuck is Nut Tree at?
he's over here coughing.
Come
Nut
on
Tree,
over, bro.
Nut
Come
Tree,
on.
you can hear me? What are your
can hear me.
tastes? We know she likes GMO. So
Right.
what's quite a bit different?
I would say maybe he's more berry, would you say? Gassy?
Oh,
Very and gassy.
Yeah, berry and gassy.
Well, I like
yeah,
Jim.
there's room for that.
He
And
likes
that
GMO too.
slushy.
He's
You
not
can run
gonna
that
smell all
slushy.
day long like I will.
Oh,
That slushy is Skittles and strawberry fritter. Now that I know he would be all about.
you could run that next to your Kim
Let's-
cookies, and you'd have everything both of y'all like, and feminize for your first run, so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about.
Good point.
I got
But
the-
that's just the idea.
I've got Space Runs and Candy Rain.
Space runs. Ooh.
I'm
Candy
Um,
rain.
So I do have an alternative way to look at that then. So instead of
Oh,
trying to
well,
match things up where you're
Caddy
like his
Rain.
flavor and your flavor, what you can do is you make sure that you grow his shit so he stays out of your jars. And then you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it. You just kind of allot it that way.
It's
and you're
kinda like
"That's just
insurance."
all the more for me, kind of like Gollum. You can
Yeah, I
protect that precious jar.
out of my GMO.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's certain ones that I'll be like, yeah, you can't touch that. You need
Yeah.
to that. And then, or I'll be like, that's emergency. You can't touch that. That goes in the butter dish room in the fridge. So if it's in there, then he knows that he can't touch it because I need it for emergencies.
that is funny. And also genius.
I try to be fair though about it. It's hard though because I like certain things, and I don't want to say he'll just smoke anything because he won't, but he's definitely not as picky as I am. How about that?
Okay, well, so how many plants are you going to run?
Ooh, that's hard.
Is that purportedly or allegedly how many you're going to run?
He might be running some plants.
It's an
but
easy one, Tara. It's all of them. You're gonna run
Yeah.
all the plants.
I would love to, but I'm going to, within reason, start off slow because I don't want to push it.
Yeah.
I don't want things to get ruined, so I'd rather start off a little small and
Like 50, 60, something like that.
yeah,
For sure.
I'm not doing.
You talked
Yeah.
about 20,000 plants. How
like-
can you go from 20,000 to so few?
We don't use that garage.
Yeah, I know.
You're trying to rent somebody else's garage
I
next.
don't use either. I just keep looking at this room, going, "Oh, we can just clip
Board
this.
up them windows.
We board the windows up."
You happen to know some
Yeah, just do it
professional panel installers. I'm just
You know,
saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're one of like maybe a couple in the United States.
I think.
Why don't you just do what you want to grow and what he wants to grow?
Yeah, I think it'll be like a 10 and 10 thing.
Yeah. I mean, and then he takes care of his plants, and you take care of your plants, and then you
You have your
see
own tents.
and you compare it and see who
Or-
kicks ass at growing.
You could just
Ooh, throw down the
grow
gauntlet.
together.
These shit starting.
Yeah, before when that last grow that we had right before we went up north, was pretty much a combination of the two of us. But I don't want to say like I did the majority of the work or anything like that because he was
But you did
here
the majority of the work.
and I was just coming up on the weekend. So I think I did a lot of like plant care, whereas he was doing like the everyday care of them, like making sure they were watered and no problems and this and that. But then when I'd get here on the weekend, I was pretty much the one that would be stripping them and
The
Yeah.
big maintenance stuff.
yeah.
Real gardening.
Yeah. So I imagine I'll back
Talking shit.
too. But it's funny though, because just from working, just from learning all that stuff at work and then like helping out at Blue Kiss with her garden over this fall and stuff was really interesting on trying myself with trying to deal with how nut tree works and stuff. So I had to like really because he's not like worked with plants the level I did because he didn't do that at Classic Roots. So he doesn't have the I don't want to say the skills, but the he doesn't have all the little
Experience.
tricks that I know that have come in handy.
There's a whole mental thing to it too. I mean, honestly, now after working at Mitten and then going and even looking at an outdoor plant to strip it, I'm not even in the least like, oh, this is gonna be a big job
No
before
way.
I go to. I'm like, oh, this.
Yeah.
I'll be at it for like maybe an hour and I'll be through this fucking plant. No big deal. But before it was like dreading it, just dreading thinking of it, going up to it.
Walking into the
He
GMO room.
was enjoying vacuuming today. He was like,
I was.
That's Zen,
this-
man.
I was
this
crushing
get
it at the end, man.
clean
We
and
fucking
everything. Yeah.
we had to vacuum up before I shot that little 15-second video.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Tara,
sweet, though.
Tara, you mentioned helping out over at Blue Kiss. You got all those big arms and shit. Those are all dried, jarred. You probably smoked most of them. Which one was your favorite one that you got from her?
Oh, you know what? I have not touched the majority of them actually. They're still I
Ooh,
popped them every now and again, but
you're showing some restraint.
yes. Well, I didn't want to screw them up, and the conditions that I was in the camper was already. I felt like I was already pushing it, so I just left them jarred. And actually, I can say like off the bat, two of my favorites have been the Strawberry Glue, and the Girl Crush. I love the Girl
Girl
Crush.
Crush is fucking nice, man.
What are the terps on that?
I would have to like compare it to along the Runcie line, along that taste profile. But yeah, it's a really nice. That was really nice.
You know what's interesting is I popped the same ones, and I ended up with a very, very skunky Girl Cross, which is nice.
Oh yeah, no, the one I have is definitely Runcie, not skunky at all. Mm-mm.
That's why
She
we
had
gotta pop them.
a lot of unique different things like a watermelon slush. That one was super terpy. The Sour Patch Kiss, that one was super terpy, but when you smoked it, it kind of lost its taste. Now that could have to do with, like I said, my drying conditions weren't the best, so it was a little iffy on there. Now the Super Freak, that really surprised me. That is a really unique plant all in itself, and the flavor profile was like lavender, pine, cedarwood. It was real different.
That's interesting.
It was really interesting. I've got seeds of that. I will.
I was gonna say you can get those seeds.
Yeah, she gave me some. I'm gonna flower that out and see what I can get from it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now, are you going to try to pick out some all femmes, or are you going to try to mess with regs?
I'll probably do both. Dan just told me that Farmer Freeman, or I think that's his name, or whatever, down. It's some guy that he goes through to get his sex testing. Has a Black Friday sale, and so I'm going to try to get in on that to get some of the sex testing stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I did it somewhat at work with some of the seeds we popped that were regs, but I don't really trust myself to know, and I don't want to take any chances of letting it get too far. And
you'll know. You
could figure it out.
More obvious, but
I just think the time, the cocoa, the newts, especially if you're doing salts and all that you save on getting males possibly a month early.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks it's just 2 weeks, but sometimes it's longer.
So we're going to run salts right now Jacks right now because that's what we have with us.
Okay.
Dan was running Nectar of the Gods with these plants, so I'm sure I'm going to have a little bit of a little time lapse where they're a little unhappy for a bit of period of time. So I'm just going to veg them a little longer until they get out of that and adjust it to the Jacks. But Jacks is pretty easy on them. I'm hoping that it's a nice switch.
Yeah, just give them a good run off.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
So lots of things to do. It was really nice just to be able to wash dishes or do a project that and just concentrate it on for a couple hours, and I'm not just sitting in the camper staring at the four walls. So
yeah, back to civilization.
That feels so spacious. You know what I mean? So spread out.
So much room for activities.
Oh my gosh, the dogs are freaking out. They keep going from room to room, and they've got so much room, and they pick a bed or pick a couch. They've got 4 couches and 4 beds. And
you guys can turn around in a room now together.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the dogs have got to be loving it, and you've got to be loving having space from the dogs.
Yeah, it'd be perfect if we had a backyard for them, like that they could just run out and I could let them go. But it's all right for where we're at.
Yeah,
it's doable.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're really excited and can't wait to see what we end up picking. So to come, soon to come, we'll see what we narrow down out of our seed picks here.
Yeah. We'll have to know by next week, I guess. Oh. And we lost her.
We lost her.
We're just
Damn it, we were doing so good.
I know. What happened?
She's got her mic open.
Yep. Typical Ohio.
Whoever's got the power, they got to mute her. There you go.
Yeah.
Painted Lady strikes again.
That's typical, though. It wouldn't be a good show with Tara without her at least dropping out once. Come on.
Yeah. She's just going to do it on purpose now.
Gotta pick her apart.
Something happened with the video. Huh. She keeps.
I feel like we're at a rock concert.
You were having too much fun with that baked.
I was. I like that stuff. Echoes and stuff.
Well, noticeably absent tonight is Sequence, and he is in the other room not feeling well. So those are the
maybe he was just
get well soon, though, buddy.
Yeah.
Get well soon.
And there was a positive Jax talk, and he didn't even get to crack a smile on it.
Yeah.
I know it. So hopefully he starts feeling better soon. Might be able to join tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, there she is.
Tara, come back.
That was weird. It's very random. Who knows what that was all about?
I was saying it wouldn't be right if you didn't drop out at least once.
I know, goodness. You think that now that I'm back in civilization again, that wouldn't be happening. But we don't have internet yet, so I'm just going off my phone. So bear with me a little longer. So
there you go.
Cheers, chat. I'm not in chat tonight. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and I'm thanks for listening to my new exciting adventures to come.
It's always good to catch up with you, though. And then, like I said, who doesn't want to see seed porn? Everybody wants to see that. And,
I've got so much. I've got so much. I can't even. Yeah.
It's so sad too to think about. All of us have so many, and I mean, we'll never get to pop all of them. So it's.
That's just a cup half full. Don't worry. Yeah. We're gonna pop tons of them before we go.
Well, I mean, but like, or give them to people. But
I think too that a lot of these seeds that we're holding on to is really nice because if let's say 25 years ago, most of us that smoked, the brickweed and shit. No, I did at least. I have a little like pencil lead holder thing, and it's just full of random fucking seeds through the years. If the bag was right and there was a seed and I was like, oh, I'm definitely taking that seed out. And then they're just all in one big mix thing, so eventually though it'd be nice because these days everything comes with a name, everything has its own provenance and all that good shit. And in the future, 10-15 years down the line, to be able to come back and revisit some of these hype strains right now, to cross them with today's hype strains are tomorrow's fucking OG strains. And I don't mean OG Kush, I mean old head shit. It's just a matter of, like what's popular when you came in and which direction cannabis goes
in. Yep. We're preserving genetics.
Absolutely.
For the future.
In the year 2000.
Preserving
genetics. Great hair, Sonny. You need some good sweet genetics.
Some good sweet genetics.
There's a couple of seeds. You pop them, see what happens.
See what happens and see what happens. That's almost a threat.
They're gonna be popping them on the moon.
As long as I can still pop them, I don't give a fuck where they're popped.
Grow somewhere, damn it.
I got some pink death, Baba.
There you go. Yep.
That's a very.
That one.
Where'd you get that from? Aussie?
Yes.
Awesome. That's the legit shit then.
Yep. I forgot about those. Goodness. I was like, what?
I love going through my seed thing and being like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I would be looking at popping some of those.
That definitely is going in.
How many has anybody keeping track of how many strains
her list is up to about 50 seeds right now.
I'm thinking like 12 right now is where we're sitting at.
50 plants.
Yep.
Can't do that. I got
to go from living in a camper to living in a house full of plants.
This whole thing full of these. This is that one that Troy's got, the shock trauma and the Bruce Banner.
Ooh.
Shit ton of them.
Troy, has he decided what he's popping? Anything yet? Does he have any that he keeps coming back to and mentioning?
He keeps like throwing things over at me, and I'm like, I just put it to the side.
Come on over here, man. Come talk about
your veto. She's vetoing that shit.
Yeah, man.
I like sticking over to the side. I was like, he handed me this big old pile right here, and I was just like, oh.
Okay, so what did he hand you? Read those things off.
Yeah.
Okay, he gave me this chocolate or Lebanese chocolate by Caledonian, and then a cherry hooch.
If it's from Caledonia, is it same guy or Cascadian is who I was thinking? Who's Caledonia?
Yeah, that was Cascadian was the one.
I remember Caledonia growing. Yeah, I like him too. Yeah. He's a cool dude. I would trust that one.
And then he gave me this. He's got a Jack Herrera. Then he's got these Ace Killer.
Who's the breeder on that Jack?
That's from Mendocino Farms.
Okay.
And then he's got these Springwater Scientific ones, and that's I don't know what that is. Hold on, what is it? Oh, it's a Blueberry Kush Auto and Anvil. And I remember those anvils that Sequence had in the
greenhouse. Hey, and Blueberry Kush, man. Blueberry Kush is some fucking nice medicine, man.
Yeah. So those are some. He's got some autos. I really do want. So this is one of his that we ran before, and I don't remember what happened. I think we only got one plant. I don't know. I don't remember this. It was so long ago. But it's Hulk cookies, and it's Bruce Banner crossed with Kenby cookies. Huh. So I do definitely. We're gonna run those again. That's definitely
probably a potent one.
Potent big old nugs.
Yeah.
Sounds funky.
Right.
Yeah.
Nug size.
Funky,
Yeah, there's
funky.
so much here. We have just got
Chunk. Funky
a
donkey.
plethora.
Funky, funky.
Funky donkey.
Monkey.
I think of all
Baked
these.
is feeling good tonight, man. He's just, you know.
Do you eat one of those
I
cookies? man?
No, I told you I don't know where they are.
Oh, you
And
don't know
there's
the cookies
sweet
are
with
either?
them.
I gave you 4.
Yeah, and
man.
I'm not putting my socks and shoes back on to go all the way to the garage.
Well, come on, you fucking hobbit, get your ass out
I
there.
got your Donnie. I got
You
Orange Stream
fucking
Haze.
hobbit.
I got your mystery, which I smoked the other day. That put me to sleep. And then I got one that's not even labeled.
That's
Open,
probably
open it up and smell it and tell us what it
That's
smells
how I
like.
get shit from you. No label, no idea what
Right.
That could, it is my
Weed.
bag. You're right. It probably could be mine. No
Uh,
label. Then
Man,
I got no
wonder that-
label. I know this is cheetah piss.
I went in
This-
the other room the other day just to hand sequence the bong, and I just heard this. And he's like, "Do you playing video games?" And he's like, "Do you hear Baked yelling?" I was like, "Yes, I do."
Did he make
course.
him rage quit, though?
Yeah.
What's up? To ask him if we won. We didn't.
It's supposed to be fun, dude. You're
It
not
is still
playing for
fun, but we
millions
gotta
of
win.
dollars.
It's only
He
fun
loves
if you
to
win,
scream.
right?
We
babe?
got 10-year-olds pounding us into the ground.
It's like
Your
the
reflexes
fucking-
are slowing, old
If it
man.
makes you feel better, I wasn't yelling at Sequence. He was doing his job.
No, you were yelling at some
Oh.
10-year-old Korean
I
kids
was
that were
yelling-
fucking mopping
No,
you
I
up,
was yelling at
man.
the rest of my team. The
I
other
didn't
guys
feel bad about it at
Were
all.
those 12-year-olds?
Yeah.
I was just laughing. I felt bad for you that like it was like a 40-year-old beer league hockey guy that thinks he's going to win the fucking Stanley Cup. Like getting all
Well,
mad at his other split.
Beer
fucking
league.
teammates.
Yep,
Couldn't
that's
that
the
be
this
internet,
was
internet
burned,
gaming,
but a
boy.
good one.
Welcome to internet gaming.
Welcome, Troy. I see you have joined us in a cloud of smoke. It's always good to see you, brother.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers, guys. Good to see
What do you want to say about those genetics and this garden coming forward? How many tents do you guys have that you can split up between you guys?
So a lot of those that she was talking, I did win, and I do have some more seeds to get from Spartan yet. So we have those also that I won. Been quite lucky to win a lot of these seeds on some of these shows that I get on, and just
How many tents do we have though? There's what?
there's
We've got
2 5x5s,
and then we got
4x8.
the 4x8, and then we got
Two.
two or three of these.
Uh-huh.
So
That's a good amount, yeah.
yeah, enough to get started.
That's a lot, yeah.
2 HLG 600 and chilled light, and then just some other random blurple stuff and whatever veg.
Yeah.
Got like
some vegging lights.
I do have an HPS though, but I'm trying not to run that one.
A little too expensive, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't blame
Yeah,
you.
it's a bit expensive.
Well, if you're going to do it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
If you guys need any lights, you know where to
And if you
find
need
them.
if you need an air conditioner, you know who to talk to, right, Red? For those tents. How many heads we got on that? I think it's 5 heads.
Sorry.
Air conditioner.
Oh,
Go to mowing down on food.
I had to catch on to that one.
I made cookies.
I got a
Normal.
mouthful.
Normal.
Oh, normal
Nice.
chocolate
You know,
chip.
I was going through my photos today, and it was doing the whole memories bullshit, and it hit me with the Dead and Company show from over the summer, and one of the pictures was the Becca cookies that you brought for me.
Oh man, those are yummy.
The rainbow ones were so
Mhm.
fucking good, dude.
I love that the flavor that you get like from a taupe
Came
comes
through.
out in the flavor of the cookies.
And
What,
since we're talking about cookies with crazy flavors, shout out to Fagroli, who is not here as yet. He sometimes arrives extremely fashionably late.
That's
But his Clem cookies and those lime skunk ones,
Lime
fucking
skunk.
slapping, dude.
So good.
So tasty.
So great.
Really good.
Just one thing I forgot to tell you, Baked, is those cookies are a little bit weaker than the average Spartan cookie because I had more butter than I needed for a full recipe, but a little bit less butter than I needed for a recipe and a half. So I filled in regular butter that wasn't medicated to get to that recipe and a half.
Okay.
You sound almost disgusted with yourself for having done so. You're like, I had to add regular butter.
No, I didn't want to sully the reputation of the Spartan Cookie strength by
fair enough.
Pass it off. So that's all. I just wanted to set the record.
If we ever need clarification on the strength of a Spartan Cookie, Beckett, don't start shaking your head. No, you are our parrot in the mine shaft, man. You are the first one to try to let us know how many cookies it takes to get you where you want to be.
Less than one.
Is where you want to be covering the interior of a truck going 80 miles an hour down the expressway?
Okay.
Yuck. I tell you one thing, whatever that amount is, I hope it's equal to the amount that Sequence took on, was it Friday night when he wasn't feeling well? It was like the beginning of him not feeling well.
Did it help him?
He took some RSO. I don't know how much he took, but I had to go judge those fights for Crown Boxing Club, the MSU fight night.
Yeah.
And I could tell he didn't feel well because he was sitting next to me. He didn't say anything. And usually it's a good time and
right,
laughing and pointing out people, whatever. And he wasn't saying anything. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then a little while later, he's like, "I feel so much better." And then we get food on the way home. And then we get, I don't know, we're just hanging out in here in my office, watch TV. And I look over and he's just like,
mm-hmm.
And I was like, what in the fuck is that smile for? Because he doesn't really smile. You guys know. He doesn't really smile.
He's got a poker face, man.
He does, yeah. And so he's just like sitting there like cat ate the canary. I was like, are you fucking wasted? Like, what? No. It was so funny.
Oh yeah.
But whatever, it made him feel better. So, hell yeah, RSO.
I got like that when I didn't have any RSO and I finally got some. Not quite a full red setter fork full, not to be confused with that. That's still one of the funniest fucking things that has ever. He got that syringe and had that plastic fork.
I didn't even
like toothpaste, dude. Like, oh my god, it's just going into another fucking universe on this fucking amount of RSO.
Dude, I took she's like, yeah, maybe a little pinhead size or maybe a rice size this afternoon. I'm testing out this new batch that we just made last night, and oh, dude, we had a nice nap this afternoon. It was really nice. Today was.
Would you use as your starting material?
Here at Red Setter Farm, that's for sure. What's that, Scobo?
Would you use as your starting material?
A little salad blend of. There was Gorilla Breath, there was Citrique, there was grape jelly,
Granddaddy Purple.
Oh, that's what did it. That's pretty
good. GDP gotcha.
Very older material as well. There's definitely a full round of spectrum on that one. The CBN and some newer stuff was in there. Was it the Gorilla Breath that was newer stuff in there? Or was there's even some GMO in there? No GMO. We haven't gotten into that yet.
I don't know where those.
Try to go into the older stock as much as I can. Some of the older stock is set off to the side, and I haven't really gotten into that because I want to separate that and do a specific CBN.
Do you have like the grape ape or anything left, or blueberry?
There is grape ape. Yeah, older grape
some
ape.
Girls Gone Wild, maybe.
There is some Girls Gone Wild from Outdoor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still just not trimmed.
2020.
If you're doing oil and shit, you don't have to worry about it.
2021 Outdoor. I think I might even have some 2020 Outdoor Girls Gone Wild.
20. That was the tall one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the real tall one. Yeah.
We had it again though last year.
Last year did two of them, so there were two plants. So.
And then this year was the Citrique.
I'm gonna go into it. There's probably a few seeds in there with the unknown males, but I mean that stuff I'm just gonna hash out and probably just cook into CBN material and make good hash. I'll still make good hash. Still trying to get into our back stock of some stuff I had never got a chance to get into because a lot of the stuff that we've been working with, like to make RSO and things like that, we've been using a lot more fresh material. Because I'm really trying to save on that old material for CBN extraction. Specifically, I'm trying to hold some stuff out.
You're gonna do a CBN and maybe like a CBD mix where you could get the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use up some of that Dankovich flour that he sent.
Cherry wine.
Some of that cherry wine in there, and then he sent some.
That's what I made mine out of. Yeah.
Seed that we're gonna start running some higher CBD crosses here, maybe some 1-to-1s,
some green cherries.
Yeah, and that's gonna end up being our outdoor, and so we're gonna hope that our outdoor is gonna be a kind of different market, which is gonna be, you know, sustainable, regenerative, chicken poop, all that kind of stuff going on, closed loops. It will be different than our indoor products completely. You know, I want to even try to get our backyard and our medical garden DemPure certified. We can try talking to somebody who's in cahoots with those guys here in Michigan. It'd be kind of cool.
I want to give a shout out to Tara and Troy for their matching shirts today. Very nice, very nice.
Repping hard.
I got the hoodie on, man.
Well, it's just because we just did laundry.
Right on.
Everything's easy, is accessible too. I've got clothes back in drawers again. They're not in totes underneath the bed.
There you go. Yeah.
1-to-1 ratio here, Red, for you. My shock trauma and Bruce Banner cross. I can float you some of those seeds and let you try them out and see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At work.
I had them tested at work, and they were 1-to-1 ratio CBD THC.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to get into them. I have so many seeds right now to the garden. But yeah, I'll try them out, man.
Or maybe I'll grow one and then let you taste it.
Sure. Yeah. Please do. Yeah, you grow it. I like that idea too.
As a question for everybody on the panel, I honestly couldn't say which one of us has the most seeds. Like, do you guys? I would make a guess. I don't know.
I've seen bakes and it's a lot, but Spartan's got a lot also. So
Spartan's got a fucking shit ton, and so does Red.
I probably have the fewest.
Garage is filled with them right now.
No. I mean, you've only got the fewest until you get your next lick, and then it's, you know.
Painted Lady, how do you keep your seeds?
I used to be addicted when I went camping. I used to be addicted to those peanut butter pretzels. You know, the pretzels filled with peanut butter, and they come in those little containers, the little plastic things. And so I save those little containers and I put all my seeds usually per breeder. Like I put my Irie in one and my ethos in one, and then like a mixed bag and then another one. And I put them in my crisper drawer in the refrigerator.
Okay.
I'm all for what you do with that. I'll take a sandwich bag and put all of my stuff from one breeder in there, and then just write on the outside of the bag what it is. It just makes it so much easier for me rather than pawing through, which is fun though, but it's not productive. I'd rather, grab my seeds and get them soaking rather than going down memory lane and talking about, harvests in the future that I'll never get to. So don't let the indecision grab you.
I mean, I wish they were more organized than they were, but I do try to separate them by breeder from at least the majority. Guys know I have majority of them are ethos and Irie. So
Irie, right.
That's why I say I don't really have as many as the rest of you, because I just have like a limited and narrow kind of breeder zone that I have, and whatever. It's just been working for me, and I got involved in the multipass. So,
well, that's what always got me, was that I was the guy that would take clones from every one of you just to see how it does in my garden and try different medicine. Like, you guys are caregivers. You have patients that have already, tried and tested this shit, so. My problem was that I only had my 12 plants, so I wouldn't be able to pop a shit ton of seeds because I'm already trying to make sure I have enough medicine and shit going into flower and on time. And, I'll pop some seeds and then try to push it to the back so I can, keep everything rolling. And it was really, really hard for me to do that. I'm not even going to try to front like, I had it all figured out. Every 37 days I did this. Fuck no, dude. I'm not that kind of grower. I wish I were more organized, but I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants and off the cuff grower. Sometimes it works out well. Sometimes I end up forgetting something, But that's part of what's wrong with me. So if your garden's not going well, try to figure out what the hell it is. A lot of times it's an environmental thing, but sometimes it is your genetics. So instead of trying to hammer the same square peg into the same round hole and wondering why you can't get what you want out of this plant, pull a page from Spartan's book, kick that bitch out, and fucking let's get
Next
something
up.
spoken. Let's go.
I kicked out Mac 1.
Finally.
Shame.
Oh, she was gone a long time ago. Yeah, I didn't even. And besides, I didn't even really like it that much. My patients didn't even really like it that much. So I was like, well, this is a waste of effort. And she was so leafy. You guys know, it's just a pain in the ass. So she was gone.
She's beautiful. How dare you?
Some people love the smoke, though.
She was beautiful. I will agree, Spartan, beautiful. And thank you to Michigan Matt for that clone. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, it just was. Next.
There's a question from Archie B. Groen. That's a cool name, Archie B. Groen. And he's asking, can I recommend a video for making RSO or a show number? Thanks. And unfortunately, that's kind of one of those topics that tends to get you negative attention on YouTube, like bans and things like that. So I haven't made a video like that. And when people do, they tend to get that video flagged. I'm sure there's some out there. I'm not aware of too many, but the best place to go, in my opinion, is if you're looking for RSO specifically, it would be Rick Simpson's website, the thing that the oil is named after. And that's phoenixtears.ca, because it's a Canadian website. He was from Canada. He's living in Europe now. He had to flee Canada because they wanted to put him in jail. So yeah. Well, I love that shit. I love his story, though, because it's like he was just saying, fuck you, what you think about how legal this is. People have cancer. People have this. People have that. I'm going to help them. And that's kind of what his story was. But yeah, I would go to phoenixtears.ca. There's tons of information there. Great information to start with. If you go through that website and you still have questions, just if you have an Instagram, you can just send me a Instagram message on there, a DM. I'll be happy to answer your question. If you don't have Instagram, you can shoot me an email at spartangrown@gmail.com, and I'll try to answer your question there too. So I think cannabis oil is kind of the saving grace of cannabis, or the creme de la creme of cannabis, the strongest medicine that we have with cannabis. And I think that it should be a crime to not share the information free. So go ahead and reach out.
And to kind of piggyback off of that before hash time here, is that there are multiple ways to make the cannabis oil as well. So it's not a matter of you have to have thousands of dollars worth of, you may have to have thousands worth of materials, but the equipment itself doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. But over time, you'll see that people will start off, talking about the.
Yeah, I started off in a double
like a rice
boiler.
cooker. Yeah, double boiler and getting it down like that. And then, you keep going and going, the electric skillet sometimes. And, it's just a matter of being able to capture the essence and all of the good bits from the plant itself, and to be able to get those into a concentrated form that somebody can dose to try to help them with whatever ailment led them to trying it in the first place, man. And it's made a difference for a lot of people out there. And your mileage may vary, and it's not for everybody. Some people really, Painted Lady has had patients who, it was just way too heavy for,
Yeah, but Skilbo, at the same time, she can't take anything. Apparently, she couldn't take any kind of pharmaceuticals or anything.
Right. It's extremely sensitive.
Also made her sick, but it's also topically the only thing that helps her. So she keeps coming back now for the rollerball. So she's like, that's the only thing that allows me to move my neck and my head.
Hell yeah.
Is the rollerball. So she's a believer, and of course, of the era where it was definitely not accepted. So
socially frowned upon.
Yeah. So obviously there are people that are coming around with that.
Hey, cheers, Tara. Troy. Cheers, Troy.
guys.
Cheers.
Torch is loud.
I had to unmute it specifically for the torch noise. That's the new hash time sound. Like a rocket. We had finally sifted some GMO. We measured it all out, but that's what's left in this jar. Get a nice little jar. Just smells like skunks. Oh, it's good.
Skunks. I love this fucking garlic punch from Fagroli and Red Grower 1, but boy, it makes me cough every time.
This stuff? Or you got flour? Yeah, man. Garlic punch.
It's like that garlic tickle, man.
Becca, you got the new container though.
Yep, I met up with the Fagrolis this weekend.
I like those new containers.
Please.
They've got 3 gram jars.
Awesome.
Ballers.
Yeah, it's lasted me nicely.
Have you been sticking to the smaller half amounts that you were talking about last? Was it last show or the show before?
Yeah, I'm really trying to. If he's gonna share with me, I'll do a little bit bigger, but that's it.
Right.
Try to do small.
Becca Smalls. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
If
pull
you're
it.
sharing with you, shouldn't it be double the size? Not just a little bit bigger? There you
There
go.
you go, Red.
Red's got it figured out.
Eat it. Eat it.
Eat it.
So I need stocking stuffer advice, like
For
gift.
stoners?
No. Or,
Oh, for that guy? Well, thanks for
Tried your
telling me.
foot? Put your foot in the stocking.
what? My foot?
That was a dad joke if ever
Relax.
there was one.
I just want to take some pictures.
How about that? Some candid photography.
Well, I mean,
Because it's a
next topic.
Next topic. You know what I think is, depending on who it is, let me just do this quick. Christmas is coming, and we all know somebody that's a stoner. So I've always liked, it doesn't have to be expensive. You could go to like Wild Bill's or whatever you wanted to do, and you can say, you know what, I'm gonna get somebody a nice Chillum, or I'm gonna get them a bubbler or a Sherlock. Black Friday sales are coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody needs a new grinder. Maybe somebody you've been smoking with is like, they got, like maybe a janky, cheaper plastic grinder or something that's just a little bit lacking. $45, man. Go get a canister. That's with a K, or something similar along those lines. Look out for them. If you know somebody that smokes a bunch of cones, you can get them a couple of packs of cones, throw that in there. If you're a grower yourself, everybody loves to get weed. So throw some different nugs in there. If they're dabbers, maybe you want to give them a cool carb cap. Maybe you want to give them something like a Fagroli flight, where you just get a whole bunch of random flavorings, like Pepperidge Farm and shit,
You sound like a salesman, man. You're like just
dude. I'm just
Yeah, welcome to Campus Stop.
Yeah, call up Wild Bills. Go see if you got a job, man. That was it. Just clip that. You got a job.
no, you know what it is? It's all the vape kids are the ones that work at Wild Bills where I'm at, and they all know me as like the old stoner dude that comes in. They walk in, they're like, "What size papers you need?"
I like all those ideas. I like all those ideas, but I think what's a little more a little more fun, I don't know, is experiences. So like things he likes to do, like he likes to do those he likes to do those go-karts. So get the fucking get him a gift card to there, or he likes to do some airsofting shit. So go to a fucking airsoft course and get him a fucking thing there, or just the stuff that he's into, and then just get him that experience. Then he can't say no. He's already got it paid for, and he's gonna have to go do it and have fun.
And you also know and have the keys to the truck, so you can figure out what size cup, like a large travel mug or some shit that'll fit in that truck. Because I know he was whining previously about his fucking cup wouldn't fit in there. Look at Spartan and Baker both.
I'm just picturing Skillville out there in a truck with a goddamn measuring tape. Like, all right,
Yeah, man.
mark this
That's the
down.
problem is you buy
3
these cool ass
inches wide.
fucking mugs. Yeah.
5 inches
It's not
deep.
the what, it's the depth.
That's what they
Yeah.
all say.
Well, and
Because
also
they're
where it
short.
cuts
And like
off.
you have a big coffee cup and it's top heavy and it's like that's what happened. But anyway,
you could get him some European chocolate since he doesn't like American
Uh-huh.
chocolate. He'd enjoy it at least.
Yeah.
well,
Nick
actually, he
Ventron.
just
Get him
got
some Belgium chocolate.
He just
What's
got me
that?
some handmade chocolates from the local place. So, I mean, he's set
As
like,
opposed
it's
to
kind of like,
Warbucks.
it's nice to support local and they're really delicious and, right down the street. But anyway, I just need like little
Something,
gift
something.
ideas. And like, the holiday season is right. I mean, it's upon us.
It's
Like
the
next
good thing
Thursday.
about
It's upon us.
the good thing about him is he has such a great sense of humor, and I know a lot of people think he's really, really serious and shit. He is not serious at all. He is a huge fucking joker smoker, dude, man.
You
So
think he
can-
would be with me if he was?
Exactly, right? So what you have to do is you have to go get some cornball shit for him. Like, you would be amazed if you want to just fuck with him. You can go to a Dollar Tree and go buy just random weird shit and put it in there. Whatever. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I'm sure.
You need to
Oh,
just
I'm
go down the
sure.
kids' toy aisle and find some stupid shit that he would play with. He'll fuck off with it. Get him high enough.
That's
fine.
funny. No, I'm trying to think of some things that I already got some things already that are already shown up and are hidden
Get
away.
him that $5,000 watch that he's also
No, no, I did not. I would love to be able to do that, but I cannot.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, he doesn't want that shit. Then he just wants that watch.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't want nothing. I
Exactly.
cut my nose off despite my face.
He's like, if you would have given
Well-
me a gift card to Rolex.
Ooh, I don't think he would want. Well, I mean, of course, one of them is
I'm
like a
trying to-
green watch, but
I can't even remember the name of the brand of that thing now.
that he likes.
Yeah. Some
He likes an Omega Speedmaster. He likes those a lot. He likes
the Speedmaster 5000.
Sounds like a bike.
It
Yeah,
sounds
so-
like something else.
What? Elaborate.
Elaborate. Some
I
other
have a
kind of
few.
toy.
I have a few ideas in mind. Baked. I might be DMing you about something.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh. Tell
You
us
want to try to get him into that D&D campaign we've been hearing so much about?
Becca's starting shit now.
Well, Sequence wants
And
to
it's
play,
not
but
about-
he doesn't.
That stuff. That's gross. But no, like about.
Oh, now you're gross baked. Now you're gross, dude. You hear that shit?
He's like my brother.
Oh, now you're her brother. Jesus. Now you're a boomer like her, dude.
He was always a boomer.
No,
He's just
I
growing
know
into
she
it,
asked
man.
me last year. 'cause
You can
about-
suck a big fat dick, Spartan, because you know goddamn well I am
I
not
probably
a
could, but I'm choosing not to.
And
I'm
Gen X
choosing not to.
motherfuckers through the bone.
We now know
Straight out
how
of
to
this
get her
one?
fired up, right? For future episodes, if you want to get her fired up.
So
We were making jokes about you, Baked, while you weren't there. I was saying how it was great how Spartan knows all the fucking key things to say to you. That's like sticking a key in your back and just like winding it up like a huge toy soldier to get you going on these like mini rants and shit.
Yeah, you just know
I was
because that's all
trying
we do
to
is
tell him I
rant
didn't
to
know
each
he's.
other.
I was trying to tell him I didn't know what he was talking about, Baked. I was like, "What are you
Do you
doing?"
like the smooth segue we're gonna get to this, man?
Yeah,
Trying to play dumb, right?
I'm sure.
What do you mean?
He never gets upset about anything. What are you talking about?
We were talking
So
about that
laid
rage
back.
quit shit, man.
What was it? What was it? Ski said at work. He goes, "The only time I've ever seen you really upset, besides like when you're, debating with Spartan." And I was like, he goes, "That's just normal." And I go, it was a certain harvest where we had like apples and bananas, and it was like 8 feet tall. And it
I remember
shit,
that,
and
man. You were
it
telling me
was
about that.
tangled, and I was like frustrated the whole day.
That's
but
when
yeah.
another
I,
point came in.
I laughed my ass off. Oh yeah, we didn't have a harvest like that after, did we? No.
No, that's
That
because
was
you
The
did
gone.
your
fucking
ass.
trip,
Good
we defoliated better, but yeah, that was funny. Yeah,
still-
Spartan came over today, this whole weekend actually. What did we do
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yesterday we trimmed.
Oh, we trimmed. We finished outdoor. Fuck yeah.
Outdoors
We
done.
finished the stupid
Terrible.
outdoor for
What was the last
2022.
We trimmed all of it. That's what we trimmed.
Yeah,
We
there's
just-
so many jars in my
That's
closet.
awesome.
Christmas
I
is
was
coming,
actually
big.
sitting there
Everybody wants one of
smelling
those
them.
jars in there for a stocking stuffer, man.
Yeah, there we go.
I
Get
was
off
sitting there
cheap for that.
smelling to try to identify what they were because all of them weren't marked, but I think we
Yeah, the
got most
last
of them figured out.
ones. Yeah, I think so. There was a Cobra Milk, Orange Dream Haze.
Oh, that's
One
what
was
the two.
labeled a Punch 3.0.
Yep.
And Banana Daddy was not hard to miss.
Yeah, that one's easy to stand up. That stood out.
How
But
was
yeah,
it to trim,
we
though?
It was a pain in the dick to trim.
what was the last one I did? Cobra Milk was great to trim. Orange Dream Haze was
Surprisingly
not.
dense outside. Surprisingly.
Hazes usually are easy.
Yeah, it was really dense. So that made it easy to trim.
Was
But
that
yeah,
haze hairy?
we did that. So we don't have any
Not
more of
really.
that till next year if we do it. And then
So what do you guys have that you would run again that you did this season that you're like, man, if we get more of those beans?
Hong Kong Fooey,
Cobra Milk, Bliss.
Cobra Milk.
Did
Bliss
you
for
harvest some
sure.
bliss today?
Huh?
There's Bliss
Did you
somewhere
guys,
up there.
did you? Okay. Dude, that was nice the last time I got that.
Yeah.
That's some really
But
so I
yeah,
got,
I mean, I'm
huge,
I'm
dog.
thinking of a powdery mildew standpoint. I know
Yeah.
Hong Kong Fooey wasn't touched. It was and what
That's
else
not
was
humble
the
then
good
Mac,
CSI,
one?
then
right?
Mac 1 was another.
CSI.
But Mac 1 I wouldn't grow out there. It's just
Mac
sucker.
one only if you timed it right and you had one from indoor that was just huge.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was not like
Start
a
vegging
happy
it now,
plant.
then.
It wasn't like praying all the time like some of the others. It definitely was like, can I go back inside?
Yeah,
Cowering
exactly.
from the sun.
But yeah,
A lot
but
of the
it
ones
turned
from
out
Seed were-
fine. I mean, it's frosty.
I thought a lot of the ones from Seed were nice. Like the
Yep.
Punch 3.0 was nice. The what was that other one?
Trop juice.
Trop Juice. The one
Yeah,
that
there's
was
a bunch
purple.
of those.
That was nice.
Yep. What else? We didn't get any golden goat, but that would have been real nice.
Why bring that up? Oh, one that's really nice is one we didn't get, but it would have
Oh, we
been.
tried, and
What
they
happened to
died
it?
in the beginning.
It never
just-
sprouted. I
yeah,
think
they
it
never
sprouted, but it
sprouted.
didn't. Oh, it didn't sprout. Okay.
We planted outside. We planted right in the soil. You know, get it organic as fuck.
Just watered it in.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. We call it OAF, organic as fuck. And
Oaf. It's an oaf girl.
yeah, oaf. And we planted it, and they didn't sprout. But I think I'm out of golden goat seeds, which is like a bummer. But I'm sure they're out there somewhere you can buy.
Yeah, and we have so many seeds between just you have so
Yeah.
many seeds, and between two of us, forget about
I
it.
think, and we already
Yeah.
said if we do it next year, if we do outdoor next year, we're gonna hit up 2020 and be like, "What's your outdoor
Dude.
guys? What's your PM resistors?"
Dude,
And get
I
the
had
strong shit after your
no-
review, Skilbo, and
I
some
had
others,
no PM whatsoever all
which is
season
crazy
long.
because this
Not
season
any.
was not good. It was like rain
Dude.
off on, cold on off, heat.
Well, if
on.
we were to grow in that same spot, we just have to reduce plant count too.
Dang,
Yeah,
dang, I
that
see it
too. We
there.
did need like less.
Baked,
I
I,
wish-
think I have a golden goat and a rye cross with a rise.
Oh, that would be
Irie.
good. Because that'd be just a lemony golden goat.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Rise
golden
is
goat's
good.
lemony anyway.
I might have to get that from you one day. I'll DM you and be like, "Oh, I need that golden goat."
I think I got it
Great
in an
beans,
auction.
man.
I think from,
Yeah.
from Rouse to Jeff one time.
Hell yeah,
Let me know.
yeah.
Let me know.
So,
Let me.
yeah. Oh, Red's
There,
got
right
one,
there, Red
Jack.
got
Come
it.
on, Jack.
Oh,
Pew.
Big flag.
Have you seen my pot collection? Pew, pew.
I think there's like 4, and Agroski sent these to me.
Nice.
And I haven't done a pheno hunt since. So these have been in lineup to go next, and I just haven't popped any seeds.
Bro, those are so good.
These are
I
next
think
to go in line. That's why they're actually right next to me. There's 4 seeds in here.
they should be.
Those
femmes,
are
too.
femmes.
Yeah, they're femmes.
Yeah, we're doing. We're
Yeah.
gonna
It was a 60 minute.
FMC.
Nice one.
Becca,
Are
what
you
else do you
guys
guys? What's
waiting
next,
for the
Becca?
moon?
Oh man.
Show it off, man.
You see the moon or the mood?
I'm waiting. No, I said, are they waiting for the moon
M-O-A.
too?
Oh,
We're just trying to time
M-O-O-N
it
spell
right. We're
seeds.
just trying to time it right.
Yeah.
Because this, I was like, let's do it now, but
Those were some autoflowers, I think, for the spring.
oh
Just
yeah.
never
Okay,
got
so
to.
archive,
Yeah.
rose gold.
Rose
What
gold.
is that? You know? Should I Google it?
He has Pineapple Express. and
Go ahead. Yeah.
like,
You
Pineapple
can give us the better share screen and all that good shit with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go right to
Gotta
his
be
website.
professional.
We've got a couple from archive, so
Oh, I'm 21. Yes. Yep, you're right. Pineapple Express Moonbow number 75.
75.
Out of Stalker. Look at that pretty one.
then we've got Puro Loco, also
Oh.
by archive. Remember that one?
that's just crazy. That's just pure crazy.
That one might be papaya.
Loco and companies.
Papaya times Moonbow 75. That one. You're gonna want to look out for a washer. Anything with papaya.
That's what I hear.
Oh, so in other ones, you shouldn't look out for washers. And is that what you're saying?
What you should always look out for washers, but like
Oh,
especially be like,
Rainbow
yo,
bells.
I'm watching you, papaya.
I want to see the
How do you
rainbow belt.
smush?
Give it that vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Know
the-
that like I'm watching you.
Original.
You got that grainy trichomes. You're gonna wash it
Yeah.
good.
I think it's they want the sandy,
Sandy.
grainy ones, and then the greasy ones you don't really want.
That's BHO.
Send that to Frigoli.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ooh, think of some rainbow driver.
Dolato.
Dolato. Bring it back, guys. Bring that back. That Dolato was hot for
And
a
then
while.
we've got some Roadkill Skunk.
That's
Ooh.
Ethos. That's an older
Ethos.
one, but that's
And if you can get a female out of that, mine, I was so impressed with those when I popped them, but they were both males. I think 2 or 3 of them I think I popped, and they were the most beautiful structure and the most beautiful huge lead, and they ended up being males. But
Really?
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
so hopefully you can get
They say S1, so I'd imagine they should be female.
Oh
the
yeah.
femmes. Yeah.
Wait, S1 from
Yeah,
Ethos
C1.
usually
That means,
does
that means
R1.
F.
Says S1.
mine were
Yeah. Ethos usually
uh,
does R though.
I think S1
Katsu,
is
I
different.
think. So these weren't Ethos, mine were Katsu. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Katsu ones, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you popped those and they were all male. That sucks.
Should have collected some pollen. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, Spartan's
Right.
in pollen mode.
Here you go.
Hey, better than losing everything. Keep some of those genetics.
Oh, yeah. And then these guys. You know this one, Scova.
Some
What's
PBs.
that?
Yeah, peanut butter souffle. Hey,
Canorado.
how many seeds of that do you have left? You got like
This
5?
one's- Nah, man. I only popped a couple the first time I did, and this thing, and it's a 14 pack.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Or no, it's 10 plus seeds. There was 14 seeds in here.
but there were 14 of them. Yeah,
There's at least like a 10 pack in here.
that's what mine was too. I think I still have 5 seeds of that left, and those are feminized beans as well. So if you wanted to do like a proper, and you wanted them all to fucking do it, bro.
I might have to, man. I got
Yeah.
a really nice pheno, and I really hope to find another one really close to that one.
There you go. Just do them all small, cut clones, throw them in the cloner, and figure it out.
Peppery, nutty, peanut buttery. You know, I mean, if you had to like narrow it down, it was just kind of nutty and earthy. It was really nice, and it had a really nice high to it.
That was Dosey Dough crossed with lava cake.
Lava cake, yeah, it's Canorado and the finest collaboration.
And you guys are gonna pop all those? How many we narrowing it down to?
So it's gonna be like a mixture of like a couple here, a couple there.
Yeah.
Because
Like a couple out of each pack.
we want to do an all femme one so that we don't
Yep.
have to do
Rock
Sex
and roll with
test
it.
or anything like that. Yeah.
just so that we can like just do it as our next crop, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
that was what was nice about
Way.
the 2020 gear outdoor. Every single thing that I ran outdoors from them this year was feminized. I didn't have to worry about any males.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've always kind of done this thing where like if I'm gonna pop, let's say I'm gonna pop like I don't know 24 seeds, right? Sounds like a great population of seeds to like phenos, to pheno hunt and create population to pheno hunt through. I like to do different, like I like to do like, I don't know, like what, 6 seeds of like 4 different strains, or 4 seeds of 6 different strains. In this case, we'll probably do 4 seeds of 6 different strains. That way there's a couple seeds left in each one of those packs to like hold on to for the apocalypse or whatever, you know. And then just like get a good population of a bunch of different genetics. Then we might only keep 1 or 2 of those, you know what I mean? We're not expecting to keep one from every genetic line. We're hoping to just run through them and see what they're like and see what kind of populations we can get. That's kind of why we're also doing femmes, so we can have a few more to work with also within that population. But I like just like a lot more variety in my pheno hunts. It's more fun, you know, and just kind of working with one thing. And then there's a couple more left in the pack to kind of sit back in the seed stash, you know. Maybe someone wants to try it out, or, you know, maybe I want to run back into it a couple of years later.
To add on to that, Red, it's not like the parents of the strains that you're running are super stable and always throw like pineapple or like spice, or, you know, there's so much variance already in the packs.
Sure.
That when you see the expression of those packs with something else, that's why with the PB Souffle, you know, you're looking for a very specific thing in there, but you don't expect them all to be that, even though they are feminine.
No, right, exactly. Yeah, they should lean into like the mother, you know, and traits of the father, things like that. But, you know, you never know. It's going to be all over the place. It's a crapshoot. It is
true.
nature.
I do that though when I get a pack of seeds. I know a lot of people just pack the whole or pop the whole thing, but I just usually do like, I don't know, 3 to 6, and then I just kind of weed them out as far as like which ones kind of look like the healthiest and strongest, and then go from there. But I don't know.
I like that. Like that's what I started doing, because then you can keep control.
But then you still have some in the back burner.
So yeah, so say I would do 2. What I would do is 2 femmes, or I do like 5 regs, and then let's say like Functified, I ran 2 of those. One of them's a banger, the other one is finishing up. It's ugly as hell, but it looks like a banger too. But so now I know, all right, I'm gonna pop the rest of those. And I like the smell, I like the look and everything. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pop the rest later. And I know, you know, I care about it. So it's a good like sampling without having to blow
did you take
out
a clone? Did you take a clone of those first 2 to save them while you're fucking with the rest of it? Or do you sometimes just go, well?
Everything in flower, I try to clone. I usually take 2 to 3 cuts before it goes into flower. And that usually gives me at least, you know, usually they're all, you know, rooted, but, you know, that gives you at least one's going to root out of 3. But
so if you grow some and you don't like them, are you eliminating it from the pack, even though you've only grown 2 or 3?
no, I mean, I'll still I'd try it, but like it goes on the bottom of the list.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, I'm not worried about running the rest of those for a while.
Yeah.
You know, when I can run the Functified or something. Yeah.
I'd say you
So
should
like,
start
but
up you start up a Strainly account and just sell a few, you know, whatever you have left of those seeds.
Yeah, I could.
Pay for some of those seeds.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not supposed to sell like packs that aren't full packs.
Oh, that's what
I think as long as you declare it, you can do whatever you want on there. It's like Wild West. But I don't know. Maybe that's how
I
it
saw
is.
something about that when I was looking at signing up, but maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's just like like they would rather you didn't, but people do.
Yeah, I've never bought a used pack on there though, or seen one. So yeah, you might be right. I've used Strainly though, get some good seed deals.
We want to put all of the Sears Garden crosses on there for affordable rates.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Put your own stuff on there.
You're not even allowed to post like expensive packs until you have a reputation built up anyway. So
yeah.
You have to have sold like $200 or more worth of seeds and like been reviewed before you could put anything over like $40 to $50.
Well, I like that sometimes the people that do fem breedings will just do 5-packs. So that gives you the ability to, you know what I mean, not have to shoot your load on everything.
That's what a lot of these are, like 6-packs. And they're like half the price of a 10-pack, you know.
Right.
For archive, that's great because like it's quality work and they're, you know, there's like, I don't know, with discounts and stuff through the, like seed banks and shit like that.
Arby's coupons.
Yeah, dude, 60
cents. The old speakeasy, right?
Not that bad.
Well, just as a forewarning to everybody out there for the holiday season and everybody buying stuff online, just like you're talking about putting stuff on Strainly or whatever. Sequence the other day had a little interesting computer thing happen where he received an invoice in his PayPal account for a certain amount of money for Bitcoin. And he was like, what the fuck? I did not buy any Bitcoin, especially not for that amount. And so there was a note attached to it that said, if you didn't create this invoice or whatever, call this number. And so he called the number and they called him back and then he was talking to the guy and the guy was like, oh, well, you know, I don't understand, you know, my screen says this. I don't understand why your screen says this. And so he was like, well, you know, I need to download something onto your computer so that I can see what you're looking at.
Oh yeah.
And Sequence was like, huh. And he was like, oh yeah. And then he started getting heated. And then he was like, oh no, you just don't know anything about computers. I have to do that. And of course he was not from America. I'm not saying anything, you know, derogatory about anybody that's not from America, but it was just quite clearly a scheme because the invoice was created by somebody named Sadiq. And so quickly Sequence was like, hey, I don't think that you're helping me. Never mind. Hangs up and then looks again at the invoice and it said, really small print, seller's note to whatever, if you didn't create this invoice. So that wasn't the PayPal number. It was the seller's number. So they create a fake account. It had somebody else's email at the bottom. And you think you're calling PayPal support and you're calling the hacker. And so as soon as you download that TeamViewer, they wanted to download TeamViewer onto his account. If he had let them do that, control over his whole account, click, 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 paid. They could have just completely controlled his whole everything. So everybody out there on your computers buying shit this Christmas and everything.
Sequence is not a boomer.
He definitely is not, and he knew what was up. And immediately, as soon as he looked at it again, he was like, "Oh no, hell no, this is a scam." And
they can change their like name of their email address so it looks like it's coming from the company.
Yep.
And so I got a couple things like that and was confused about them. And so I started clicking on that, and then it's always some weird email address, crazy thing. But they can disguise it. It'll say like PayPal, or it'll say Amazon.
Usually, if you mouse over there, what you're talking about, where it says Amazon, PayPal, if you mouse over it, you'll see a little message come up, and it's like email this long or email address this long. It's all characters and letters, and
always that's the tip is always check the email.
Got an email from his
full email
telling him to go buy a bunch of gift cards for work Christmas party, and he's like, "What? My boss wouldn't tell me to go do that shit." What the fuck? And it was some fucking same thing. It was a scammer pretending to be his boss. How fucking with the company email, with his company email, emailing him. Super fucked. All you fucking scammers out there, get your fucking ethics straight.
It's crazy, man. I mean, my company that I work for during the day, it's real estate. It's such a, it's hack central now because everything is done by wire. So like they intercept all the time. Like they find out about a closing and they get a hold of the closer and they're like, oh yeah, the closing or the wiring is now going to go to this bank instead of this bank. And it looks like it came from that seller when everything, like one little number or one little letter is off. and you don't notice it. And somehow the next thing you know, we're out 300 grand and everybody's like, what the hell? That shit happens, man. So just be careful when you're out there shopping online. Just saying. Protect your shit and change your passwords.
I get messages daily, like Amazon account. Click here for your fucking update on that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Man, use the block feature. Man.
Mark it spam and move on, man.
Every time you don't mark it spam, every time you mark it block.
If
block
anybody needs to get a hold of me, you know my address. You can show up at my front door and talk to me in person. Otherwise, fuck off. My friends can get a hold of me any other way, of course. Family. You're not to fuck off. Don't fuck off.
So aggressive.
So aggressive.
Fuck off, hackers and scammers.
Get off my lawn.
This is the new red, the chicken red.
Yeah. Whoa, the chickens have brought it out in him, man.
Yeah, chicken lord.
We'll see.
Hey, Red, has one of those chickens walked up to you yet and done like one of these like, sup, bro? Have they hit you with one of those yet? Like,
I've been gone for the last week, so it's.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Becky, did you name those other two birds?
I like your name suggestions, but we haven't decided.
Becca's got all the imprinting done.
Have you trained them while Red was gone?
I'm like starting to bond with them a little bit. Like some of them like to be in my lap.
Knew it.
Uh-oh.
They're super cute. I love them a lot, and I'm always worried about them.
You should clicker train them.
Is it snowy there?
Yeah, but not too bad. They wanted to go out in the snow.
Oh wow, there's snowy chickens.
Yeah.
Snowbirds.
I'm worried about their little feet. They just got these like naked feet, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. They don't get cold down there.
We like it.
I don't
They're
think
like
they
They're
do.
like raptors.
I don't
They're
think they have
dinosaurs,
nerves in
man.
their feet.
Yeah, they're cool.
But if they get wet,
They're warm.
that's not great because they'll get frostbite. And so as long as they can dry out and
Are
everything.
you gonna get little boots? Do they make boots for them?
No.
Little chicken
Do
boots.
you guys have a
Oh,
pulse
yeah.
monitor inside their chicken coop?
That's a good idea, Bake.
No.
Not a bad idea. We have electricity out there.
You want to make sure they're able to dry off.
Hell
We
yeah,
can
right?
put a moisture meter in there, or at least check.
Yeah, just go
220,
put a
stuff
cheap
like that. That'd be
hydrometer.
pretty cool. I could go put a hydrometer in there.
Would they eat it? Would they eat it?
No, it has proper ventilation, but we did close up the sides with some plastic. So
Not all of the sides, just like
They'd be happy for that. It's cold as fuck out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
definitely helping.
Oh sure.
It didn't get any snow like inside the run
Nice.
at all. But
No, we're not heating the coop at all. No plan to.
You still getting egg production?
Yeah.
we get like 2 eggs a day, and there's 6 of them. 2 of them are like molting, so I don't think they're laying.
I don't think they've laid it all yet.
And then it's also like slowing down. The other day we got 3 in a day, so like one of the other ones is laying, but I just think there's not enough light. It's getting
Is
so
it-
dark.
Yeah, so like
Is it
yeah.
Big Mama that's laying?
I think she is, and Carmela, the like caramel
The brown
color,
one? Yeah.
for sure. And then I think maybe one of the white ones every once.
Oh man.
The
It's
white
You
ones
gotta,
are
Oh,
you gotta get a
yeah.
600 water out there.
Yeah, the white ones are laying. We have 3 or 4 that are laying.
They're
No,
really
we're not-
cool. I like will go in there and they'll like come up to me and look at me and like
You know
try
what?
to look at my hands like they're looking for food.
We are not unnaturally forcing them.
They've
to
already been trained to
fight. I'm not giving them
try to
food
hustle you.
or letting them
They're
hibernate like they
cuties.
should.
What are you
Do the
saying,
thing.
man? I just
Oh, I'm just chat's asking us to give them more light and stuff, and I'm just saying what we're doing specifically.
oh yeah, we're not.
So you can give them more light to extend egg production. That's not something we plan to do. And also you can give them, I don't know, some people can give them heat, but you want to really avoid moisture. I mean, if you want to give them heat, you can give them heat. It's not necessarily required. And our climate doesn't, I mean, our climate gets cold, but it doesn't get like cold like some climates might. We're still zone 5.
They just get all together
Yeah.
and they stay warm, and I've been worrying about them, staying warm, and he has to remind me.
Down blankets are warm for a reason.
Hazard out there than anything. And just it's safety precaution not to put any heat in there. And objectively, we think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
Are you gonna start playing music for them out there? Put a little radio on there.
I mean, we usually
What do chickens listen to out there, Bake? Can you do that?
we're on the base.
Really upbeat stuff.
Yeah, upbeat stuff.
Just
You
hook
don't,
me
or
up.
do you remember the old? Well, you guys probably don't, but there's old people out there. So there's an old Bugs Bunny where they have like this chicken coop, and they've got all of these hens that are laying eggs, and they've got all these weird conveyor belts and shit.
Yeah,
And you're
I
playing the
remember
music, and
you
it goes like da 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 da.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one, Skill. Man, those cartoons were the best.
And then it just keeps fucking going. It's all crazy. The old Looney Tunes, man.
Yep, and it's going down the little belts all
You
day.
might say it was the bee's knees.
I say, boy, you make more noise than two skeletons pitching a fit on a tin roof.
Jesus Christ. What
Seems
a
me and
damn
Devil
fool.
says his chicken's like Ace of Base and Wham.
Base. I saw
There
the
you
sign.
go. That's the
That might
combo.
not be them. Anyway,
I guess this time of year, a little Last Christmas.
Last
is that the George Michael one or Wham?
That's Wham.
I think Wham, yeah. George Michael in Wham. Yeah.
They're really fun.
Yeah.
I like them. It's a lot of work to have to get up every morning. I just like want to check to make sure they're all okay, but I like leave stuff out. So the big thing is like making sure they have things to do and like look for food and stuff like that, because otherwise then they can start bullying each other and that kind of stuff. And we just don't do that. I want them to be their happiest they can be.
Are they still plucking at each other?
They're getting better, actually. They're
The stress of the move may have been what set them off a little bit.
yeah. I like patted away some blood that they got.
That is fun and delicious. Chickens?
Chickens, I guess.
Fun and delicious?
Yeah.
Play with your food in
Yeah,
advance.
for eggs.
I have
Hey!
different names for them all, but yeah.
Welcome back, Tara.
Story.
Sorry, I had to make a bathroom break.
Oh,
The names that I
from
went
the big time out, man.
6 or 7 years. But that's fine.
You guys make any homemade eggnog yet? Since you're getting so many eggs.
I want to do
I don't
mayonnaise.
even know how to do that. shit.
We just have been eating them.
Ready to
And
Where they
DOG.
taste really yummy.
Oh,
Did you make the cookies with them?
Fresh eggs, man.
no, they're not homemade.
They're
cookies.
not bakeable eggs.
Yeah, you gotta let them sit, you gotta let them age a little bit, but yeah, you can't just do them.
Bakeable eggs.
I thought all eggs were good to go.
I
As
was
long as
going
there wasn't a chicken in it.
tonight,
Makes it a little bit more rich.
and that takes the egg. And I was going to use the egg, 2 eggs, I think, for
Just
that.
making like scrambled eggs.
Yeah, we had some scrambled eggs.
Are the yolks really rich looking, like a darker color, yellow?
Really?
Very
No?
yellow.
I
yeah.
mean, pretty normal,
normal.
like a little bit.
Little yolks.
They're just
Little
starting to eat more of like an organic diet living with us, so I think they're only going to get healthier.
Giving them cannabis leaves and aphids, broccoli, grapes, lots of grapes, and anthocyanins, and
Trying to
antioxidants.
get a purple chicken out there just in time for Easter.
We're trying to get some
Like a
good-
Cadbury, Easter cream chicken.
Becca went and found some good organic bedding and some organic food.
Where did you get that from? TSC or Farm
No.
Fleet or something?
No, none of them spots have that stuff. They look at you like you're crazy if you ask for it. They're like, we ain't got that stuff around here.
Around these here parts.
Have some organic options, but I don't know, I don't know. So we found a company just through the YouTube community, the homesteading community. They suggested New Country Organics, which just has it's all organic feeds, all different kinds. And so we were gonna buy it online, and shipping was like $50.
You're back there.
Yeah,
What's up,
shipping
babe?
in itself was way too expensive. We're like, might as well
Didn't
just
you guys grow
Making
corn and
biscuits?
stuff like that? You could just give them like kernels of dried out corn.
In the future, yeah, definitely. The parts of the feed, if they're not milled, they do suggest that you ferment it, to help break it down.
Help them digest it too.
our
She
garden
wants
was
more pet that cat.
even newly
She's still waiting for more.
No.
That's interesting. That would be cool if you could like ferment it in like just 5-gallon buckets off to the side. That would be dope. And then you'd have 5 gallons of fucking product that you could dry out and
Easy.
your feed.
I plan on growing a lot of their food next year. I didn't know we were getting chickens this year.
I found some recipes that other people.
Yeah, that's a good point, Red.
Out of nowhere, and we already had the garden cleaned up for the most part.
Did you say you found recipes for like blends?
Yeah, and a lot of it is like putting in herbs. It's good to put in like red pepper flakes. Like chickens can't taste heat, but it's really good for them.
The capsaicin, yeah, nice.
So that's a good one.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can get your peppers. Like if you get a lot of hot peppers, you don't know anything else to do.
I am just starting to learn.
The only thing you don't want them messing with is nightshades, like tomatoes.
Especially
if they're poisonous, right?
Poisonous to them.
Just if it's unripe. As soon as the fruit gets ripe, it's fine. They can have.
I had nightshade just pop up on its own underneath my pine tree this year. I had to take a picture of it to identify it to make sure I was right. And yeah, it was some fucking nightshade. I'm like, this is insane that some shit that can kill you just can pop up anywhere.
Well, this night, I mean, like nightshade varieties, like tomatoes, potatoes.
Oh, you're talking about just the nightshade variety family. I'm talking about nightshade itself, the like vining thing with the berries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like the green potatoes they have like solanine or something is the compound. And same with tomatoes, like a green tomato.
The lycopene and the green tomato.
Yeah, so the unripe.
Yeah.
The green tomato and potato is poisonous.
Which are all over the vines right now. They don't go in certain parts of the garden, but the parts of the are going to be the parts we're going to grow like our greens.
Use your screen share, Skilba.
I'm not going through all that. Baker Creek Seeds has their fucking 2023 catalog is now available for $14.95. So I was just thinking, like, man, I got to get a copy of that so I can get on the fucking growing the cool shit outdoor.
We got so many of the cool.
Oh, I gotta get one
here. We got a magazine or their catalog. It might be in the mailbox.
We got garlic and never got it in the ground.
You know what I wanted to ask you guys about the purple carrots specifically. Were those easy to grow? Like they grew fine?
Yeah, carrots aren't easy to grow to begin with, I don't think.
And then the other thing is, you know how like when you, let's say that you're making coleslaw and you grate the carrot down, you usually will like rinse that with cold water to rinse a lot of that, that beta carotene and the shit out to keep it from bleeding the colors in. And if you don't, it's what makes your coleslaw like orangey. And I'm wondering if the purple carrots are the same way, if that would like make your
It makes everything.
Everything it touches purple.
Oh, it's purple.
There you go. It bleeds out like crazy.
I'll add it to potatoes. Like I'll cook like a potato and onion, and then I'll add in carrots, and they're like purple.
It looks like you're cooking Grimace from the old McDonald's.
Or I put them in soup, and it was like purple soup.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool though. I'm down with that. But like then they also had all of those dope ass sunflower seeds, and the cool thing about sunflowers is once you get a varietal that you like,
big source
you should be straight with seeds for the rest of all time. You know what I mean? If you dry them out right.
As long as you take them down before the birds get them.
Yeah, and then you got to dry them.
Oh, dude, I did like a 5-species open pollination a couple years ago, and I have some crazy phenotypes of sunflowers.
Like there's those chocolate ones and shit I would love to grow.
I can give you handfuls of
Oh, no shit. Okay. It's kind of, I went out this year and somehow, some way, one random like waist high sunflower was growing next to my pool. I'm like, oh, this is a really pretty one. So hopefully that'll come back next year.
It should. Yeah.
I love going sunflower picking at that tree farm. Well, not tree farm, the apple farm.
Oh, the place you had the pictures from?
Yeah. I love going there and just,
Where
there's just acres and acres. Uncle John's cider mill just have acres of sunflowers that you can just walk through and just pick your own for like, I think it was like $5 or $10, something like that. It's just fun to just walk through. There's so many bees flying around and it's pretty cool. I would love to have enough property to be able to do that someday and just have like a whole patch of a whole shitload of sunflowers that are growing like.
Yeah.
I would
That would be
love
cool.
to use them as a quasi sort of fucking fence. Not
Yeah.
like bamboo, where bamboo will get like out of control really
Right.
quickly, or you're just constantly battling it. But if you
I
could,
would say-
yeah, you could use those and throw different sizes together and stack them out and stuff.
They'll grow 10 feet tall, man. They'll get.
Some will, but some of them aren't that bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get like those. Isn't there one that's called like the teddy bear? I think that's a shorter one. I don't think that's a huge one.
I grow this little one from Baker Creek that I got. It's a Mexican sunflower. And it's
Is it
kind of
with the
shorter
red?
and it has like a whole bunch of different shoots. And it's like like a reddish orange color.
Yeah,
It's really
that's a cool
pretty.
one.
Mm.
And that popped up again this year, but not many others.
As a volunteer, okay.
He was the only volunteer left.
It's hardy.
Yeah.
Sunflowers is my favorite plant to grow. I grow so many. I use them in my garden. I
We
use them
got
for
new,
shade.
we got new varieties this year.
I
I'm
use them
excited.
to banker my squirrels away from
Yeah.
my birds, away from my cannabis. And
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
I do a lot of shit for you, man.
I grow them to cycle nutrients in my earth. I use them for compost. I use them for landscaping materials. I use them for. I'm going to be using them for art. I have all kinds of stuff. I chop and drop. I use them for biomass all the time because, like, throughout the season, I feed my soil with their leaves, like, all throughout the season. I love sunflowers, man. It's one of my favorite plants to grow. Next,
I love to eat them too.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Do you go through the process of drying them out and everything?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have never done it. And do you, Red?
No.
Yeah, I've eaten sunflower seeds. I
We
also-
tried to this year and failed.
Yeah, dude.
Failed.
Yeah.
We have to
It's a lot of
get,
work.
we have to get some organization down and get a better spot to do our drying and things like that because the rodents end up getting attracted and it just ends up, we can't tend them in a few days. The rodents are getting to them. So
I
it's kind
couldn't
of
get the heads to dry on the larger ones. It's like it was just taking forever and ever. And then when spring came around, I was like,
Dry them in the oven then. Put it on low.
yeah, a lot of times you just take them off of there. You don't have to dry them on the head because the back of the head is where you can cut out the back of the head too. That's where all that moisture is holding on to. It's in that side, that pith.
that's what I should have done. Damn it. Rookie mistakes, man.
Back there too. Yeah, I mean, let it dry for a few days and then just try to get all the seeds out of there. I would like drying the heads to dry the seeds and try to give them like a natural dry for like regrowing them and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, it's tough, man. So it's like cannabis. You got to have them in like a low humidity climate. You got to have them in a little drying room or drying space.
It was worth it though, man. I mean,
cut out that pith.
If you're just looking to eat the seeds, we used to just fucking. Well, this was when I was a kid, so maybe I'm forgetting things, but I'm pretty sure we just put the oven on low and fucking dehydrated the fucker in the oven. It's not like you had to save terpenes on the seeds or just after the seeds.
Yeah. But if you have like a dozen sunflower heads, it's just a lot.
Right? Yeah, you don't have enough oven to do the job.
We burnt out our oven, fucking drying shit out and doing stuff.
Oh no!
Got to get a dehydrator, man.
We've got like a little countertop one,
We just got one.
but that's only gonna maybe hold one.
Burnt the oven out, finishing RSO.
Yeah, maybe one head.
Oh, really? Bro.
Yeah, we're finishing RSO, and like the old oven, I'm surprised it works so long. Like I mean, I would like dry mushrooms and shit in it, and it would take fucking forever. Because like trying to use an oven as a dehydrator, you got to leave the door open and cook it at its the lowest temperature you can do at an oven is like, I don't know, 190 or something like that. It's tough to do any kind of dehydrating with the oven. So you're running it forever, and it's just a ton of energy, So yeah, we finally got a dehydrator. We have a lot more foods to use, and actually, we made some dehydrated. Becca made some dehydrated fucking tomatoes right off the rip. And we have those in a little jar like this size, sitting in there. Little Oliver cherry tomatoes.
Have you tried them?
Yeah, they're like weird tasting raisins, right?
Okay.
Textured like a raisin, like chewy like a raisin, but more like a vegetable, you know. So it's like, even though it's a fruit, you know. So, yeah, it just kind of it's like a spaghetti sauce tasting raisin.
Savory raisins.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get. I mean, I like it. It kind of has a little bit of like a cooked flavor. You know, I think. Did you put on like salt and pepper or something like that?
That's what's interesting is you could put them fresh, the slices fresh, Becca, and then maybe just chop up some basil and sprinkle it on the fresh slices, and then put it in the dehydrator. Maybe some of that basil would stick or go into it and give it a little bit more of a pop to a flavor.
It's a good idea. I've never done it before, and it's not like my favorite food per se. So just kind of experimenting.
That's what I like is that you guys are experimenting with all these things. You're not just, growing this. You're also trying to figure out what the best method is for you guys. And
I made some hot sauce.
Yeah, we preserved everything.
How did the hot sauce turn out?
Fucking phenomenal, dude. I took it up to deer camp, man. It's gone. One bottle's gone.
It's like the bottles that are in the fridge now, like, are getting the same kind of like white, like yeasty stuff that the fermented peppers were getting. So I don't know if that's bad or if it just need to mix it together. Like, I don't know.
Donkey Kongington, good one.
But they are tasty and not too spicy. I did like a pretty, like, the ratio I used for hot to sweet peppers was like.
What kind of hot peppers did you have?
Mostly sweet. We got some like scorpion and stuff from Yeti.
Real ones.
Yeah, they hooked us up with a few good ones. We didn't have any nuts. I mean, we had a couple of like chilies. They're little purple chilies, little ornamental chilies that were still like hot and
not like
tasty, but they weren't like fire hot. So and honestly, after it fermented and cooked down and did its thing, it wasn't.
I didn't cook
it. Well, I mean, I don't mean cooked down. I just mean fermented and like settled or whatever, and added with the, I guess, cut down with the cider vinegar. It reduced. Yeah, there we go. Reduced with the cider vinegar, and it wasn't that spicy at all. It was delicious. It was really fucking good. It was so good. So there's still a couple more jars. There's preserving everything.
I've never made hot sauce.
Pumpkins on the front porch.
Never made hot sauce either.
Pull seeds
out. Shout out to Yeti and the hash hot sauce shit that he did last year. And that shit was fucking great.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We've got a big old thing of those.
The Angry Baker collaboration stuff.
Soft pretzels.
I love soft pretzels. Love those soft pretzels. Oh my goodness.
I'd eat a bunch right now.
Almost missed the soft pretzels.
Bake, you're a pretty selective eater too. You don't just eat anything. So.
Yeah, but I'll eat a good soft pretzel.
Didn't we do a long segue thing on the pretzel thing before? Aren't you the pretzel king?
Yeah. I'm trying to supply the nation with pretzels
pretzel connoisseur. A pretzel connoisseur is what
Pretzel
he is.
Pone is his name now.
He's doing a piss poor job at getting the Sanders Club to
piss poor, Mr. Fucking.
Have they been out again? I haven't been in forever because they were out like 3 times in a row. My hands are up, Spartan. My hands are up. I can only do so much as a customer.
You reported it one time on the webpage, and it was like a week, and it was fixed. And then now it's getting shitty again. You just need to give them another report, man.
I might have to. It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook advertisement. So it's like an algorithm. So I just gotta wait for that algorithm to hit me again. And they'll be like, "Hey, your Sam's Club here in Michigan.
Why you advertise me fucking pretzels when I can't go there and get a fucking pretzel?"
Well, it all started first, if you recall, when you showed me the place. They didn't have yogurt for months.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We don't have the part. They were pulling McDonald's. We don't have the part for our ice cream. Get out of here. So then they finally get the part in for that, and then all of a sudden they got What, the parts out for pretzels? You mean the flour and the yeast and the salt? Like, what the hell?
Okay, so here's a question: dipping sauce, mustard or cheese?
I usually just
Ooh,
want
raw.
salted pretzel.
There's two
but if I
different
had to pick
ways. You know
one,
what I mean?
cheese.
I'm a mustard.
I like mustard too.
Annie Ann's
go-
used to have chocolate dipping sauce.
Hot
I would
mustard.
go cheese.
I don't
would
like
go-
Ann's ones. Those are too sweet.
The
nacho
pretzel or the dip?
No, the pretzel itself. I think it's the butter that they like coat on it or something makes it.
Oh, wait a minute! I'm hearing. Okay, so that's good to know because Bakes was trying to tell me this.
I
bullshit.
disagree
That's-
wholeheartedly. I disagree wholeheartedly that they're sweet. They're buttery as hell.
Ooh, I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
There's this
Dude.
restaurant. There's this restaurant by us, and they make an everything bagel soft pretzel,
Mm.
and it's
So
so
good.
good.
Yeah, man.
That
BW
might be good.
Fucking delicious.
What's this restaurant?
Bobcat Bunnies.
Oh, Bobcat Bounty's his.
I had
You're
it.
making everything bagel there.
Sounds good.
But it's a pretzel
No,
shape.
it's like a restaurant.
Bagel? You
And
say?
I would just say I'd rather have the
Oof.
fucking bagel than a damn pretzel.
No, they're like probably a
What an
gourmet.
onion bagel, man.
Do they serve it with like a fancy like gorgonzola cheese spread or something?
It's like a sweet honey mustard.
Hmm.
It's pretty. It's you'd like that.
Interesting. They would go the opposite way. I would have gone.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can open a pretzel stand, and I will come through.
I thought you're Mr. Pretzel Cone. What are you just a figurehead?
Well,
You
I'm
don't do any
basic
work?
pretzels. I just like salted pretzels. So
He's
like, you're
the-
not
he's
getting
the
gorgonzola
QC,
cheese out of
man.
me.
You're just quality control guy.
I might hit your pretzel with some spray cheese and be like, on your way,
cheese?
sir.
Oh,
Is
Yeah,
it,
on
wait
your
a minute,
way,
isn't
sir.
that the shit that's called like Cheesy Does It? And it's, you know.
Oh,
Skillboat,
easy.
you can take the boy out of Florida.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
Why?
tell you.
You got some good.
Florida
You don't
Vegas,
need no
man.
Gorgons.
It's pretzel
What
cones,
was
sorry.
that movie?
Baker Creek.
Gorgons?
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
make
don't
all
need their
the-
cheese. I don't need their cheese.
Gorgonzola.
Yeah, from the Gorgon planet. I've seen
Yeah,
the movie.
Yeah,
Gorgon
Gorgon.
was the.
It's the movie where the action figures come to life.
I thought the Gorgon. Yeah, I thought the Gorgon was.
Gorgonites.
The Gorgonites.
It's
Oh, I
Medusa.
thought the Gorgon was what they called
Tara knows
Medusa
what-
back in that
Yeah,
old
it's
ass
Medusa.
movie.
That's
Yeah,
Jason.
I think
you're right too, Spartan.
Clash of the Titans.
You're
Clash
right.
of the Titans. Yeah, that old ass.
This is where Release the Kraken came from.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken.
Man. And that brings us to the late sesh tomorrow night. We'll discuss some movies.
Does that mean we, as in you, will be joining us, and you're gonna
Yeah,
set an
I'll-
alarm to wake back up?
Empty
be there.
promises. Don't even fucking give us any empty promises anymore. Just show up.
I
if you're gonna
never
show up.
promise. Hold on, I never commit and then back out. I just don't commit.
You just don't commit in
And
the
then,
first
and then I
place.
can
And
take my sleep early. But
fucking Matlock.
No,
and
I'll
you're
be there
I didn't get my
tomorrow.
third nap today.
I'll be there tomorrow. I'll play my games and get hyped beforehand.
There you go.
Get hyped.
Yeah.
Can't believe we'll be hearing you, man.
Yell at everybody.
Hey. Have
You'll
you
get
ever
all-
been
you'll
have
get-
you ever been to a sports bar?
Not a
What does that
gaming
got to
one.
do about being hyped?
Yeah.
Everybody's yelling at the game.
They do. Yeah.
I get
Got to bring that energy tomorrow. babe.
somebody's got to tell these guys on the team what to do, or they're just licking the wall. Okay.
Licking the wall.
Yeah.
The wall. So you're the
New
leader.
term,
Okay.
man.
I didn't realize you were the leader.
What
You're
do
the
you
leader.
and the wall
On
lickers?
the eyes, the ears, I gotta. Hey, you shoot the
What-
guy
what ga-
behind us. What are you
What
doing?
game are you playing?
We were playing Overwatch 2, which is like a shoot 'em up, but it's got classes, kind of. You know, healer,
Okay.
tank.
Very cartoony. It looks like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
If this
but
sounds like
but the
interesting content to you
mechanics
guys,
are
stop
there
back
for-
tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
Yeah.
with a late sesh. We appreciate you guys and fucking yeah, man.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Keep growing.